Hey everyone, today I'm going to review some Hers hair growth subscription alternatives. So there are a lot of reasons why you might be looking to switch your options from Hers to something else. And maybe it's because Hers doesn't specialize in hair growth. As you can see already, this is just one of 6 key areas that they focus on for women. So there's a lot offered here, and the more a company offers, in my experience, the less successful each of those items are because the specialty is gone. So instead, they're aiming on everything all at once. And personally, I have found that it loses quality, it loses efficacy. So I want something that's much more efficacious. The hair growth options they have use minoxidil, which is one of the most common ingredients in hair treatment options. It is clinically proven, but a lot of people have struggled with severe side effects from hers, particularly things like crazy itchy scalp, like the kind of scalp itching that happens if you watch a TV show that references lice, right? There are a lot of issues with really dry skin, with dermatitis, and a lot of problems just overall with the side effects that, yes, can come from minoxidil in any other form, but seem to be pretty strong here with the Hers hair products. So if you are looking for an alternative, I'm going to look at 5 key options that you have available to you. So the first one here is this Viviscal Advanced Hair Health Supplement. This is a supplement that you can have as a prescription. You can see here the supply can be 1 month, it can be 3 months, or 6 months. You can choose a subscription with a monthly delivery that's going to save you money. Obviously, the more you set up ahead of time for your subscription, the more you save. So that's something I always like, especially when it comes to hair growth, because hair growth doesn't happen overnight. It takes time. If you are treating thinning hair, you need to make sure that you use the products consistently for several months because it's going to take several months before things start to improve. Your hair doesn't grow several inches overnight. So stimulating new hair growth is going to take time. So that said, being able to save money on larger subscriptions to me is already a plus. Now, this is a unique option, not just because it claims that you get results in half the time as other products, in 3 months as opposed to 6 months, but because it is a drug-free option. So it focuses on a collagen complex and a lot of vitamins and minerals. Now, biotin is something that's very common, as is vitamin C, in a lot of hair care products that typically often include minoxidil and other prescription grade items. But these supplements are designed to give you thicker, fuller hair in a shorter amount of time. So you would take one supplement every day for several months. And after that, check with your doctor if you still have a lot of excess shedding. Now, sure, that covers their bases in case something doesn't work. At that point, they can say, well, there might be another issue that we can't actually tackle. But I do think that's very important because this is designed to really help you with basic hair thinning, the kind of thinning that comes about with age or stress, not the kind that comes from a genetic component. So if you are just seeing a little bit of hair thinning, a little bit of extra shedding in your brush, or you want to be proactive about your hair health, I think this would be a very good supplement to have. Similarly, this is a very common alternative, and you can subscribe, get a recurring subscription, and the ingredients are natural. So this is designed to really help stimulate hair growth in a natural and very simple fashion, using particularly rosemary. So a lot of these oils, the rosemary and mint, as well as biotin, see, I told you, it crops up pretty much everywhere. Come in, you can see a lot of products here. So we have the leave-in conditioner, we have the regular conditioner, the shampoo, the hair massage, the styling cream, the gel for your hair, and then the regular essential strengthening oils. So there's a whole slew of things you can purchase here. Now, you can invest in products like these the same way you would in supplements like the Viviscal. These products here create a comprehensive routine to proactively deal with hair thinning and brittleness. So it really helps you to improve your overall hair strength. Now you can see here in the ingredients, or maybe you can't, but I can see here in the ingredients that there are a lot of oils and extracts. So there's coconut oil, there's jojoba seed oil, there's peppermint oil, there's eucalyptus oil. These are all very good natural stimulators that help strengthen blood flow to your scalp, which is effectively what the prescription grade ingredients do. So it works very easily with a lot of essential oils and extracts, and it's up to you to massage it into your head. So think of this as a fun way to boost your self-care routine. It is a HERS alternative that you can use for simple maintenance and hair strengthening, and you can use it by massaging it into your scalp on a regular basis, which in and of itself, those scalp massages that you can just do every day really help stimulate blood flow as well. So this I would put in the more preventative column and also in the natural column. So if you don't want a prescription, you don't want to deal with a lot of harsher ingredients that might have the same side effects as hers, these two are your options. Now this leads to my next alternative. So this is a unique formula that similarly has several components to it with FDA approved growth ingredients. So you have the follicle strengthening shampoo and conditioner, the lift and repair treatment spray. You actually have a topical solution that does contain the same key ingredient as many other options, including hers. So this system works together, right? The more you use, including shampoo and conditioner and the topical treatment, the better the results. And that's simply because you are exposing your hair to a lot more of the key ingredients on a regular basis. Now these work follicle strengthening. So the idea here is boosting the strength of your hair follicles. If you are dealing with shedding or hair loss, it's because your hair follicles are not working the way they should. And some of the best ingredients for fixing that are things that are vasodilators. Vasodilators dilate or open your blood vessels, which means you get a lot more blood flowing to those follicles. So follicles that might not be functioning because they're not getting any blood flow can suddenly get an influx of not only blood, but essential vitamins and nutrients that they need to grow more hair. So this is exactly what the hair regrowth system is supposed to do. And it uses the same key ingredients that you see in many other options. It is from a Harvard-educated dermatologist, so you know there is some credibility behind it. So if you are particularly impressed with the scientific credibility that is behind the hers hair care products, this is going to be a good option to consider. You have the same 120-day average time frame. That's pretty standard when it comes to hair growth treatment and subscriptions. And if you don't get results, you get a full refund, even if you've used the full product, which in theory is what you want because you have to know that it didn't work by using the entire product. But that is something I really appreciate, that they stand behind their offer and they know that their products will work if you use them regularly. So those are the 4 options. They do have that money back guarantee, which I really like. I'm going to check out what we have here in terms of ingredient list if I can find it. So it says it contains the only FDA approved ingredient for women's hair loss, which we know is right here, minoxidil. So 2%, that is a pretty small amount compared to many hers alternatives. I don't actually know if hers tells you how much each of their products have for hair thinning, because you have to go through their entire setup before they tell you exactly what products are recommended for you. So we're just going to pop on over here then to Nutrafol. So Nutrafol is similarly designed. You can find vegan options. So that is, I would put it somewhere in between these holistic supplements that use natural ingredients and the 2% minoxidil that you have over here if you are looking for HERS hair care supplements or subscription alternatives. Now, what I like about their options is right here, you can shop by root cause. So they have different plans based on the cause of your hair loss or hair thinning. Obviously, with these two options, we are looking at preventative, regular maintenance, just strengthening your hair when you don't have a lot of problems. But if you have real problems, these probably won't cut it. Instead, if you are dealing with postpartum, like hormone-based changes, stress-based changes, or changes to your hair because of aging, you want something that's going to work much better. So this is where you're going to find a lot of options for, in particular, hormone-based changes for women, and subscriptions that are based on your age as well. Again, you can save money if you up your subscription to 3-month deliveries, so regular deliveries every 3 months. You get a wellness coach to help you. You also have a hair mineral analysis test and a subscription to Headspace. So Headspace can help you reduce stress in particular if that is a factor, which anyone experiencing hair loss can tell you it is. It is science-backed here. We have a lot of key ingredients to boost your protein. You can see marine collagen peptides, natural ingredients like wild honeysuckle extract, as well as lemon extract, coenzyme Q10, and fish extract. So we have very good supplement ingredients. And up here we have a lot of vitamins, a lot of biotin. I told you that's going to crop up a lot. And a wide range of very supportive natural ingredients. And these ingredient lists will change based on the products you are choosing to support your hair growth. So we're going to go now to a younger woman who's dealing with hormone changes, and let's see what we have here for the ingredient list. So very similar idea here: ashwagandha extract, saw palmetto extract, a lot of turmeric plant extract, hyaluronic acid, which helps capture moisture out of the air and hydrate your hair. So there's a lot here, a lot of different ingredient lists depending on which products you are choosing, but I really like that you can choose something based on your needs. Now, if you want to up your game to something truly based on your needs, not just based on the cause, Happy Head is your go-to. So with Happy Head, you get personalized care. All of these, generic, right? This is just what you get. These 3 in particular, good alternatives to the HERS hair loss subscriptions, but natural ingredients, a little bit of minoxidil, but all of it nonetheless very similar. Nutrafol has a little bit more when it comes to different options for things like postpartum based hair loss versus stress-based hair loss, but their main ingredient lists are the same. Happy Head is the only option you're going to find that has a personalized assessment for the specific type of hair loss with which you are dealing. So when you start, that's where you're going to go. You're going to start your assessment and figure out what it is that's causing that problem. So I'm not going to bore you with the details of going through the assessment, but it is very comprehensive. And when you're done, you get a dermatological consultation. And that is a good opportunity to make sure that you are getting the exact type of treatment you need. So their products have much stronger ingredient lists. So in addition to being personalized and developed by dermatologists, you'll see that the minoxidil that they have in here is much higher. A lot of the other products are going to have significantly higher percentages compared to any of these other HERS alternatives. So FDA approved ingredients here. You have options for topical treatments. You have here this minoxidil combination. You have topical solutions. You have shampoos. You have oral medications. There are a lot of products here from which to choose based on personal preferences. You can also get hair growth kits that have all of the things in one place. And you can see here a lot of proactive information. And most importantly, while it does have a much higher percentage of minoxidil in most of their product line, I believe around 8%, if not higher. Minoxidil here in this oral medication, 2.5 milligrams. So if we go up here to the hair growth options, let's see what this product has. Okay, so 6%. So in this particular product line for women who are dealing with menopause related hair loss, you're going to have 6% minoxidil. You're also going to have hydrocortisone. You're going to have a lot of other inactive ingredients. This aloe vera actually helps soothe your scalp. So as I said, a lot of complaints around the Hers product line has been just outlandishly dry scalp, uncontrollable itchiness and redness and dermatitis. So if that's been a problem for you, the high levels of personalized treatment you get with Happy Head are surely going to be a much better option, not least of which because their ingredient list, it contains active ingredients to help combat the most well-known side effects of minoxidil. If you don't want that level of awesomeness, I suppose you can pop back down to Nutrafol and get something that's pretty generic, but nonetheless a little bit more personalized to the cause of your hair loss and your age group. Barring that, you can jump on down here to a much lower minoxidil percentage, around 2%, or you can choose a proactive option if you aren't experiencing something like genetic or hormonal based hair loss and you just want to make sure that your hair is nourished and strong.